So here's where we're working today. I've been punching out this hole along the bedrock right there. I'm gonna follow it up because it seems like this ridge is working this way. So I'm gonna get these rocks out of the way, keep dredging that way. I just ran through my first tank of gas and I got pretty far. I got from about right there to there and down to bedrock. Not really seeing anything in the box yet. It's fairly loaded up because the gas ran out and I didn't get to run it for a minute. So, you like my little water block? I left my rubber blocker at home. So, we're gonna head up, get some gas, and get this running again. I'm not gonna clean this up yet. I wanna run it a while longer before we do the first cleanup. So let's go get some gas. All right, I got the tank. Let's fuel back up, get back in the river. Now, before I get back in that cold ass water, and while I can see everything down here, I'm gonna run through it with my rock rake right here. Glad I brought it. And we're gonna clear out some of the bigger rocks in here and rake them down towards this area. It looks like who was ever here before did a pretty decent job cleaning up over here. And we're chasing this bedrock ridge right here. So I want to get those big rocks out of there so that there's smaller stuff for the hose, because honestly there's only about 2.5 inches of clearance on the crash box to the classifier screen. So I really have to have this classified down. I'm going to be changing that up. I might even switch that over to a jet flare here soon. So let's get back to work. All right, we got a second tank of gas done. We're gonna go have some lunch, but let me show you how far we've gotten. So we started over here and we have worked all the way through here, working along the bedrock and pulling rocks back as they go. And you can see now that right there, that white spot, that's actually the bedrock rising back up. So I'm probably gonna punch this way a little bit, just kind of clean out this hole. But when we come back down, we'll put some gas in it, run it on low, and give it a cleanup. So this is some of the gold that we just got in the Yukon mat. Let me set this down a little bit. That's a nice little picker right there. There's a lot of little bits in there. We're on gold. Okay, third tank done. We got in along here, we got up underneath the bank, and then we came over here, and we actually found some clay in here. We worked that layer, brought down a bunch of gravel, worked all in here. When we started, it was over there, and we've worked all the way around to here. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna go up and hang out with my boy because he's been such a good boy today. And I'm gonna decide whether or not we're going to dredge anymore or if we're gonna clean this up and tomorrow go exploring with the pan and look for some crevices. So I'll decide here in a little bit and we'll see where we end up. Okay, so I got the dredge all cleaned up. I'm just checking to make sure that I didn't leave anything down here. So we started right here, worked all the way up, worked over there. This is our tailings. We filled in down here and a big pile up there and over here. So we covered some good ground. I'm hoping to see some concentrates with some gold in it. Now, I cleaned up early because it was a great day of dredging for one. And two, my boy has been playing by himself all day and being such a good kid that I want to have some time camping with him. So we're going to go do some exploring, have some dinner. In the morning, we might look around a little bit more for some gold and just do some panning before we head home. So I'll see you in the morning, guys. Hey guys, so it's morning time. We got everything packed up and we decided not to prospect that area anymore. Not because it doesn't have good gold. It does have great gold. But because I want to check out Dole Bar on our way home, and I want to take my son by Springfield, Oregon and get a photo of him with the Simpsons wall because he loves the Simpsons. So that was a really good area. If you guys are interested in going to that location, the club that owns it is called Republic Mining, and it's only $9.99 a month, and you get some great access to some bedrock, some places to dredge. I really recommend going and checking out their place. I'm probably not going to be going back there for a while because the water level is getting low, but we will be finding some more areas, and the club is always adding more claims. So I will see you guys down at Dole Bar or in Springfield. Bye. All right, guys, welcome to Lawson Bar. This is down on the Umpqua River, and this is a really popular spot for people to come and do some panning. Last time I was here, there was that gentleman there digging in the same hole. He comes, classifies material, takes it home and runs it. This is the main channel down here. This is the old channel down here, and this is the inside bend of the river as well. So this is where I'm probably going to get some samples today to take home, just like I did the other day. But let's go up in the air and show you around. So I was talking with the gentleman that was here. This is actually the second time I've gotten to talk with him, and he was saying that this is an area that a lot of people hit. He dug over there and did pretty good, but he was saying that he did all right in here and that I should dig a bucket worth of this material. So we're going to get some of this into a bucket and we're going to keep working our way home. Next on the agenda is the Springfield Simpsons mural. So let's get some dirt. Okay, so I got some classified material to take home and we'll run that after we run the concentrates from Brush Creek. So let's head home and run some soil. Okay guys, so we made it back to the house. It's been a few days, but I finally have some time to run those concentrates from the dredge through the gold cube. Now we're only doing a 3 stack. I could go all the way up to a 7 stack, but really we only need 3 for this. I've got everything prepped. Let's get it running, get the cons ran, and see what gold we got. There's a nice little bit of chunky gold right there. And there. We're just gonna get that right now. We're just gonna get that one right now. So that's one bucket gone through. We can see lots of little gold in here on the mat, so I'm excited to see what's in the lower 2. So let's get this shut down after I run it for just a second and see what's in there. Lots of little fine gold all throughout along the sides. Yeah, we're gonna get this cleaned up. Look at that piece of gold just sitting right there. So we just got that nice little chunky picker. It was right in the top of the mat. Pretty happy about that. Don't know how well the camera is going to see it because these GoPros don't have the best focus, but I didn't want to break out the big camera. Yay, gold. Okay, so that's how much concentrates we're down to, from about 2.5 gallons down to about a cup and a half's worth, maybe a little less. Let's pan it down in the tub and see what kind of gold we got. There's some super fine gold as we get down to the more dark mineralized material. Now there's not actually a lot of black sand at this location down in Southern Oregon, which is why it's rather unique. But once we get down to this bottom spot, it does tend to work a little bit better in my blue pan right here. So I'm going to continue working this back. Oh, I can see some gold there in the corner, and we're going to see what's in here. All right, so that's the gold we got from the concentrates, and there is some mercury in there. Let's add in a little splash of water in here. So there is some mercury in there. But let's put the gold that we got while we were up there in there and see what we got. shake. There's that bigger piece that we had at the header. Let's get this gold up here and pull the water back. So that's not too bad. That's a nice little pan right there. I mean, it's not ounces, but it's not nothing. Let's do a little bit more panning back on that. Get a little bit more of the light stuff away. We got a few stragglers. So that is not too bad. Now, there is some mercury in here from gold miners back in the day, and the red stones that you see are actually a cinnabar, and that's our biggest teller if we're on the gold up there, because like I said, there's not much black sand. So the cinnabar is one of the heavier things up there and helps us locate it. So I almost forgot about that bucket of dirt that we got from Lawson Bar. So I ran that really quick through the gold cube. Look what we found. That's actually pretty freaking good for 2.5 gallons. So I go by there pretty regularly with my work, so I think I'm gonna get some more buckets and bring them home. And we're gonna have to see how much gold we can get, because that's a pretty decent sample for just 2.5 gallons of pretty much unclassified material. I only classified a little and then dumped in rocks on top. So yeah, we're gonna go get some more of that. Let's take a look at all the gold together. All right, so we've got the gold right here from Brush Creek drying up. Very nice and chunky, a little bit of mercury in there. And this is the gold from Lawson Bar. It's got some really shiny pieces in there with some orange in it, and that's because of the oxidation in the soil. The soil's super red. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 20 bits right there, which is what an old timer was telling me is about average for a 5-gallon bucket. So I think it did pretty good with that half gallon, or that half bucket. So thanks for joining me, guys. I had an absolute blast going down there and doing some dredging and taking you guys and my son along. Now we are going to be going back down there later in the season once the water levels have gone back up, and I think I'm going to get a new pump. So, as always, guys, thanks for joining. If you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe down below. We're going to be putting out more content as usual. And as always, bye.